Thanks, Mike. We've got cheerleaders, we've got a band, and we've got fans in the seats for an enormous game in the Mountain West. Utah State and Boise State, a rematch of Wednesday when Boise State on a late run beat Utah State. Here are the stakes tonight. Boise State atop the Mountain West. Colorado State, Utah State, San Diego State all have shots at the title and NCAA tournament aspirations. Rich Waltz, Viking Jones, partner, they called it the biggest game of the year on Wednesday. The stakes feel like they're even higher tonight.
Yeah, like you said, Rich, both teams are trying to win their conference, and they're both trying to get to the NCAA tournament. A win tonight brings them a step closer to both of those goals.
Starting lineups, moments before tip. Of note for Utah State, Raleigh Wooster, their freshman point guard, is in a boot and not available tonight. So Stephen Ashworth gets his second straight start. For Boise State, Derek Alston was super in game one. He went for 26, but some big shots by Ray J. Dennis and Marcus Shaver were the difference down the stretch. Craig Smith, in his second year, went all the way and won his second straight Mountain West Conference tournament. This his third year. Can he get to the NCAAs in 3 straight years? Leon Rice, now the winningest coach in Boise State history. He's been to the NCAA tournament twice. He has his best team in some years. And they collide again tonight. It was an intense back and forth show on Wednesday nights. What's the tempo going to look like on this one?
I think for Utah State, they want to slow things down a little bit. They allowed Boise State 79 points in the first game. I think they want to get Boise more in the 60s to give themselves a chance to win. And for Boise State, they want to do exactly what they did in game one. Score points, get the ball to Derek Alston, and let him go to work.
The man in the middle for Utah State, Neemias Queta, went for 32 and 10 on Wednesday.
He looked like a man among boys, Rich.
And the first possession to Utah State. This is Ashworth, and Craig Smith wants to get him going early. He did not score. Neither did Miller much at all. Lob pass, Queta, catch and bucket, just like that.
Yeah, for Milan Armush, he's going to have to do a better job of battling underneath. That was too easy on the high-low, allowing Queta the two.
Alston calling for it. That's a mismatch against Miller. Backing in, Queta comes to help. Dennis hit 2 big threes late, starting and stopping, spinning, and losing the ball to Bean. Ashworth is just a freshman. Wooster, who's out, is just a freshman, but both of those guys have played quite well on a team that is 11-3 in conference.
Yeah, like you said before, Rich, Ashworth needs to get a good start filling in for Worcester.
And a turnover.
Now right here, you see what Coach Smith is trying to do off the top. He's going back to his big man who had 32 points in game one. He's going to look to keep feeding the big fella.
Alston was hot in the first half, and he misses that shot. You know, Leon Rice is okay with Queta having another big night, as long as the guards don't shoot the 3.
Yeah, and that's tough because, you know, you want to keep your bigs, you want to give them some confidence. And right now, when they're getting whooped down there in the post, it's hard to keep Armush and Milner off the bench to keep those guys confident.
That was Bean. This is Shaver. Key jab and Alston out there. Armush with a screen and another turnover. Bean swipes it away. Up the floor is Ashworth. Feeds Bean. That's another bucket. And the bigs for Utah State are running the floor and off to a 6-0 start.
And you don't, Boise State doesn't usually turn the ball over at that rate, and so it's unusual for them to turn the ball over back-to-back possessions.
Key jab. A kick. Shaver straight on 3, and Bean sucks up the rebound. Anthony driving. Brock Miller had just 2 points on Wednesday night. Stephen Ashworth had just 3. Queta lost the ball. Miller got it back. Shot clock is down. Miller says, I'll take the 3. I'll hit the 3. Wow. How about this for an answer? Right out of the chute, Utah State, who lost a close one on Wednesday, has streaked to a 9-0 start here in Boise. Brock Miller in trouble. No problem. He's got distance. 9-0 Utah State. Series history between these two schools. Now remember, they met 48 hours ago, and Boise State won that, and they've won 5 of the last 6 have the Broncos. But Utah State has come out, dominated in low, got a deep 3 from Brock Miller, and built a 9-0 start. Yeah,
Utah State has done a great job capitalizing on the Boise State turnovers for buckets. And you see Brock Miller get a 3 off. He was 0 for 5 in game one.
Alston gets that one to drop. He had 26, including 3 from deep. And it's 9-2. Anthony, the transfer from Virginia. They feed Keita. Armish all by himself. Someone got a piece, and Keita got the rebound and the putback. It's 11-2.
And you see the adjustment that Boise State is making right there. They're sending a guard to go dig on the post. Not a double, but a dig on the post from the guards.
Ray J. Dennis hit some big shots down the stretch, and that's an enormous shot to open this game. His 2 threes late were key, and he was 3 for his last 21 before he hit those shots. Bean with the left hand. That's a foul and a bucket.
Yeah, you see Utah State's coming out the aggressor right now to start the game. Really looking to attack the rim right here. Gets contact, finishes with the left hand. Is Bean.
He is the energy guy. He's the energy guy in this conference. Kijab will sit down. That's his first personal, and Bean hits the free throw.
Right now, Boise's kind of out of sync right now. You want to get Shaver or Alston Jr. going right now. They're leading scorers.
Pick, roll, dunk. That's textbook.
Alston puts it exactly where he needs to for Armish to get the dunk.
Anthony, a 3. Got it. He does a little bit of everything. He was on that national championship team in Virginia. Didn't get a lot of minutes, but boy, has he blossomed here as a junior. Keita is lurking in the lane. Anytime anyone ventures there, it's a reach and a foul. I don't know if he was shooting. And it's Anthony with the reach. We'll take a timeout. Little pick, little roll. That was easy. Wyking Jones, Neemias Keita is a dominant force.
One of the best in the conference. You see him protecting the rim, which is something that he does night in, night out. But what he also did in game one was score 32 points, career high. I counted 6 dunks. He looked like a man among boys down there in the paint.
He was injured last year. He played in just 20 games, coming off that knee injury that he had in international play. And this year, his body's different. He is much more mobile, sliding side to side, much more athletic, much more of a complete player.
Yeah, he put in the work during the summer, according to Coach Smith, and you're starting to see that work pay off.
Inbound play, that's nicely done and executed by the Broncos. Leon Rice out of the timeout with a baseline out-of-bound bucket. And the lead is 8. Keita doesn't shoot the 3 much. Bean will. Anthony and Miller have hit 3s, and Anthony getting to the rim. Armish cleans it up. Emmanuel Acott is in the game. This is Acott with the ball. He does a lot of things for Boise State.
Yeah, he does. He's a great glue guy for them.
Ooh, Alston going high. Bean and Keita were there to protect the rim.
See a screen, you see a box set, you see a screen. Brock Miller gets caught up, and then you see Alston attacking the rim. taking it at the big fella, drawing the foul.
No layups as Alston will stand in. He'll get 2. Again, the curious thing about this matchup, Queta went for 32 and had 10 rebounds, and for Leon Rice, he was okay with that. He did not want the guards, Miller and Ashworth, or even Anthony, to get going from 3.
And they did a really good job defending the 3. Utah State was 3 for 16, only shot 18% in game 1. But they're getting off to a really good start right now. They're 2 for 2 from 3 early in the game.
And you can see the three-point shooting. Utah State has hit both of their 3s. And that's the question. If Queta goes for 32, can Boise State beat him again? Bean misses. Queta rebound, putback, bucket.
He's the biggest man on the court. When that shot goes up, you gotta find him, put a body. You cannot let him get that putback. At 7 feet, really, really athletic and long.
That's a nice drop step and a nice finish with a left hand by Armish.
And that's a great play by Coach Rice to go at Queta, try to get him into foul trouble. Really good finish by Armish.
2 of the top teams in the Mountain West, 2 teams that are in position to get to the NCAA tournament. They can take care of business tonight, next week, and in the Mountain West tournament in Las Vegas. Ashworth driving, kicking. Queta, a rare jumper, and he missed it. Shaver. Broncos are a pretty good shooting team, 35% from distance. That's a turnover. The bigs down low having a nice night.
Yeah, you see Queta, like I said before, you got to put a body on him. He's too big, too athletic to not put a body when that shot goes up. You got to go find him. Great putback.
Nobody, as you see Max Rice has checked in, has out-rebounded Utah State this year. None of their opponents have out-rebounded them. They are terrific. They're almost plus 11 on the season. Anthony driving. Armish tipped it right into Queta's hands, and a walk. Boise State gets it back.
And to your point, Rich, when you have a guy like Queta rebounding along with Bean, it's tough to be out-rebounded. But right here, you see deep position by Armish. Ray J. Dennis finds him deep in the post. It's a great left-handed finish with contact.
Armish is not spectacular, but he's really solid.
He's exactly what this team needs. He's a great glue guy. He does all the dirty work.
Well, he's doing some now. Queta with the block. Armish got it back. Clock was reset. Dutrieve is in. He didn't play the other night. Corner 3. Alston got it.
And you got to give credit to Armish for keeping that play alive, kicking out after an offensive rebound. They find Alston in the corner for 3.
And Boise State seems to have their footing now. Sean Bairstow in for Utah State. Armish with a rebound off the miss. Acott. Boy, Alston was ready to trigger another 3. Remember, he's 6'9". Anthony has the loose ball. Anthony rolling hook for the buckets.
And right there, you see Utah State really look to attack in transition. That's what Boise usually does to everyone else. You see them doing a great job being aggressive in transition.
Acott, Rice, Alston, Armish, and Dutrieve on the floor right now for Boise. This is Dutrieve probing. And a moving screen and a foul on Armish. Marco Anthony, Mr. Outside, and he'll hurt you inside. Five-point Utah State lead. Derek Alston, his last 2 games, he's gone for 27 and 26.
Yeah, you got to give Armish a lot of credit right here. He was the one who got the offensive rebound to create for this play. Found Derek Alston Jr. wide open in the corner for a knockdown three.
All right, where does he stand in the Mountain West? Pretty tall, actually. I mean, you look at his points, his scoring. The thing that's really impressive, I think, is the way he has shot the ball, especially from distance. 43% from beyond the arc.
Yeah, I really like Derek Alston Jr.'s story. The fact that he redshirted as a freshman, came into the program at 148 pounds. You know, did not play his first year, and you just saw him get better and better throughout the year, and now he's one of the top players in the conference.
Leon Rice has Alston on the bench. Acott out there with Rice, Dutrieve, and Lucas Milner is in there. He had some good minutes. Trevin Dorius is off the bench for Utah State, so the reserve bigs are in right now. Alfonso Anderson out there as well, along with Bairstow. Anthony comes for the ball. Against Dutrieve. Missed it. And a shot clock violation. It did not hit the rim. And so the Broncos will get the basketball. If you're just joining us, this is an enormous game in the Mountain West Conference. They played on Wednesday, and Boise State came back against Craig Smith's team, made some plays down the stretch, and won that game. 48 hours later, the stakes are even higher, and here they are again. Quick start by Utah State. They were off to a 9-0 start in this one. Acott around a screen. There's Milner, blocked at the rim by Dorius.
That is a great recover by Dorius to get that block after covering the screen and roll.
Anderson hard. Dorius misses. Anderson puts it up. Missed it. Got it back. Again. Missed it. Milner with the rebound. This is Rice. He had a huge three late in the second half on Wednesday off a Marcus Shaver steal. Dutrieve, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
That's a great drive by Dutrieve. Drawing contact, saw the lane, looked to attack, and I'm sure Coach Rice is happy to have him back in the lineup, back on the floor tonight. Did not play in the first game.
There are injuries that, you know, sometimes you hear them and you kind of cringe. Well, Dutrieve missed Wednesday night due to an extreme dental injury.
Yeah, you don't know what that exactly means, but yeah, it sounds painful to me too.
I was going to say it means pain, but it's great to see him back here. He's part of this Boise State squad. Down by 4. Bairstow up the floor. Again, Raleigh Wooster not available. He's in a boot on the bench. Bairstow stumbling around. Screen from Dorius. Bairstow lost the handle and throws it away.
And that is where Acott really helps this team with his defensive presence and feel.
Rice, a floater, hits it. And he is the son of Leon Rice, and a nice contributor off the bench this year.
He's done a really good job coming off the bench and giving them something. Seems like he always comes in the game and hits a shot or does something to really help them.
Broncos are within 2. Dorius, the catch. Oh my goodness, Lucas Milner with a rejection. No look pass. Milner the catch in the bucket. What a sequence for the junior. Acott found him. Milner, who wasn't playing much at all until a week ago, had 6 points in big minutes on Wednesday. A block and a bucket, and it's 21 apiece.
That's just getting it done on both ends of the floor. The big fella does a great job with the block, but then also runs the floor and beats his man down the court. Acott does a great job of setting him up for that layup, and that is just that's just phenomenal. That's what you want from your bigs. And then you see Max Rice finding a seam, going into the lane with the floater. And like I said, Rich, he always finds a way to get something done when he comes into the game.
Rice last year as a freshman had some big moments in some big games. The BYU game, the Utah State game, that huge comeback, the Pacific game, and his three, as I noted, was key late on Wednesday night. Just a solid glue guy.
Now you see Boise State picking up full court, trying to make Stephen Ashworth earn it a little bit.
Utah State has gone 3 minutes without a point. Anthony, Keita's back in the game. Bean misses the three. Milner tips it. Shaver runs it down. Trapped in the corner.
It's interesting. You see Aycott's running the point. And Coach Smith talked about that, talked about his versatility.
Missed the shot. Keita with the rebound. He's got 5 rebounds and 6 points and a couple of blocks. Anthony step back. 3 on the way. Not a bad screen there as Aycott sent Bean sprawling out of bounds in a transition bucket. Dutrieve. This is a 12-2 run right now for Boise State. First lead of the game for the Broncos. Keita steps through, and with a left hand, Keita drops it in.
And Boise State, they're going to have to make a decision if they're going to continue to let him play one-on-one in the post. It's a tall task for anybody in the country. And
well, if Wednesday is any indication, they will, as long as they shut those guards down. They don't mind if he goes for 25. Milner, left hand. Tell you what, this guy has played some huge minutes these last 2 games.
Yeah, he's really giving them something off the bench. He's showing them that he can play with the big boys. He hasn't been getting a ton of minutes as of late, but he's really been showing up these last 2 games.
Leaning on Keita. Miller pulls up. He is an outstanding shooter and a much more complete player this year for Utah State. 25 apiece. Dutrieve. There's a roadblock named Keita right in the middle of the road. Shaver. Rare break in transition. Keita, catch, gathers, and he's fouled. Broncos were down 9-0 and have raced back all even at 25. Enormous game in the Mountain West with Boise State and Utah State 25 apiece. Rich Waltz along with White King Jones. Utah State raced to a 9-0 start, but Boise State has tied it at 25. And here's why this game is so important. Wednesday night they met, and Boise State with a late surge beat Utah State. 4 teams in the Mountain West feel they are NCAA worthy. Obviously a week and a half left of the regular season and the Mountain West tournament coming up. White King Jones, this has been a fun game so far tonight, and it has all the intensity that Wednesday's had.
It's been a great game, and you can see the sense of urgency from both teams battling on both ends of the floor. You can see that this game means something. It's a little bit more, has a little bit more relevance than the other games that they've played so far this season as they head towards the finish line.
Aggies and Broncos and fans, yes. There are about 900 fans here inside Extra Mile Arena to watch this ball game. And Leon Rice and Boise State certainly responded to that on Wednesday. So now, if you're Boise State, you've reeled Utah State back in at 25 apiece. One of the subplots of this game is Neemias Queta, who was dominant on Wednesday. 32 points and 10 rebounds. And Leon Rice, the Boise State head coach, did not double him. And so tonight, it doesn't look like they're doubling him either, and that's okay, because if Boise State figures that they can shut down the Utah State guards, Queta can do any damage he wants, but they think they'll still win the game.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know how I feel about that. Just letting him dominate the paint. He already has 8 points with 7 minutes left in the half. So
that's a good look there for that Boise State fan. You know, Sunday on Fox, NASCAR Cup Series returns to Daytona as Chase Elliott looks to defend his win at the 14-turn road course. All the action starts Sunday at 3 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Boise State comes in at 17-4, and their win over Utah State on Wednesday has put them in a lot of different brackets as far as the NCAA tournament model. Utah State has been in some of those models as well. And of course, San Diego State and Colorado State feel they are tournament worthy.
Yeah, I really feel like both of these teams should be in the NCAA tournament. Both of these teams have depth. They're veteran, and they have two guys with Derek Alston Jr. and Amish Keita that are pros. And so I think that both these teams deserve to be in the NCAA tournament this year.
Alston had a great first half. 18 of his 26 points in the first half on Wednesday night. He is a really fun player to watch. 6'9", got springs, got speed, and a great shooting touch. He's a scorer. And of course, Keita, who plays for Craig Smith. Last year, Keita, and the year before, led Utah State to a couple of Mountain West championships. That's a charge and no bucket. Justin Bean trying to get inside.
You got to give Abu Kijab a lot of credit right there, sacrificing his body. Felt like maybe Bean had a clear path to get to the rim, and right here you see Kijab step up and take it in the chest, something that's not easy to do.
That's foul number 2 on Justin Bean, who provides a lot of rebounding, especially offensive rebounding for Utah State. He comes out. Alfonso Anderson comes in. In the Mountain West, along with Wyking Jones, Rich Waltz, this is a huge, huge game coming off of Wednesday and Boise State's win over Utah State. NCAA tournament implications, conference tournament seeding, and regular season championship. All of that on the line here tonight as we get into the last 2 weeks of the regular season.
One thing that I'm seeing that Coach Rice is doing is he's really looking to post up his bigs and make Keita guard. Make him work on both ends of the floor.
You see the three-point shooting. Keita, they feed the post. 8 points, 5 rebounds already. Kicks to Miller. He's got that type of range, but he misses. And Armish with his 4th rebound for Boise State.
And right there, Max Rice does a great job of digging in the post, but at the same time getting back to Miller to contest the 3.
Dennis on a bump, and it looks like an offensive foul. And it is.
So Boise is sending the guards, sending their guards. Whoever feeds the post, they're sending that guard to go dig in the post to give some semblance of a double team.
Keita out high. He can handle. He's an excellent passer for a big man. Steal. It's Rice with Dennis, who has it and misses. Tip won't go. Keita cleans it up. And here comes Utah State. Ashworth fouled by Rice. Utah State is one of the best rebounding teams in the country. Almost plus 11. And Boise State's not bad as well.
Yeah, with Amish Keita in the post and Justin Bean at the power forward, and Marco Anthony, who's also a really good rebounder. Those 3 guys do a great job on the glass.
Max Rice with the foul, his first personal, 5th team foul. Anthony missing. Armish already with 5 rebounds to go with his 4 points. Alston back in and hunting a 3. But that's you like that matchup there. If you're Alston, he misses the 3. Armish had the rebound, and he's fouled by Sean Bairstow.
And Armish does a great job of keeping the ball alive. He's attacking the offensive glass. In the first half of game 1, he had 6 points and 8 rebounds. Before he got into foul trouble, he was playing great basketball. And right there, you see that toughness.
His nickname with his teammates is the Beast. They're the guys that do the dirty work in the Mountain West. Armish, he's got a high ceiling. They think he's just scratching the surface. Alston rises for three, and it rattles out. Armish another rebound. The cutter, Alston, falling away.
We talk about Keita's ability to pass the ball. Armish is a really good passer as well, as he's shown in this first half.
There's the double. Keita over it. And he's into double digits now. He's 10 and 6 in this game.
And that's just a great play. This shows tremendous touch from a 7-footer. See if we get that jump hook off all net.
Key-jab left open. Key-jab makes him pay.
Great find by Derek Alston Jr.
Ashworth, an important part tonight. Again, Raleigh Wooster, the freshman point guard, the starter, is out. His right foot is in a boot. Alston, that means Ashworth, another freshman, is getting the start.
Ashworth was solid in game 1 with 6 assists.
Ooh, Keita swats it away. Shot clock did not reset. Foul. Rice launches. And it's an offensive foul. No, it's a block on Bairstow.
Right there, you just see, I mean, that's next level skill. And then you see Key-jab hit the three, and then you see the big fella finish it up and clean it up with the block.
$16 fouls on Utah State, 5 on Boise State. Approaching the 4-minute mark. Dorius with a steal. Max Shulga in right now for Utah State. Miller, Alston chasing him around. This good defense by Boise State, but Anderson hits a fall away from 12 feet.
Well, Anderson comes off the bench. He's a nice piece for them. Veteran, blue guy.
Boise State guards hit some big shots late on Wednesday night. Dutrieve misses. Armish off his fingertips. 31-28. Utah State up in the Mountain West. Tomorrow it's a Fox College Hoops blockbuster. Number 10 Villanova takes on UConn in the Big East, followed by number 5 Illinois taking on Minnesota. It all tips at 12:30 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app. That's a blockbuster, Viking Jones. And stick around for halftime. Mike Hill, Steve Lavin take a closer look at a hot UConn team and their matchup against number 10 Villanova, part of a college basketball triple header tomorrow on Fox. And there, the Big East standings. UConn has improved to 7-5. Villanova still sits on top at 8-2. We are in the Mountain West here tonight. Two of the top teams. There are 4 really good teams in this conference. And they met on Wednesday, did Boise State and Utah State. Boise State won at home. But Utah State would love a split. Ooh, Miller goes down. Dorius held the ball and is going to burn a timeout, which is going to leave Utah State with just 2 left. 3 minutes left in the first half.
It feels like he has to take that timeout. You don't want to waste a possession, but that's tough.
We have a timeout left, and we're taking it right now. (31-28). That was a short timeout by us as the Aggies have a 3-point lead. All right, Viking, you've seen 17 minutes of this ball game. Any trends or anything stand out to you?
Well, I can see that for Utah State, they're getting more contribution from more guys. It's not just the Neemias Queta show tonight. They're getting a lot more contributions from other guys, and they are the aggressor tonight. You can see them looking to attack on the offensive end in transition, as well as playing solid defense.
Keita tonight, 10.6 rebounds. Anderson feeds Dorius. Clock is down. Ashworth, shot clock violation coming out of the timeout, and that'll frustrate a head coach.
Yeah, that's great defense, and you got to give Armish a lot of credit. Dorius tried to back him down, and he could not move him. He was like a wall right there on defense, and so you got to give him a lot of credit. They weren't able to get a shot off, in big part by his tremendous post defense.
Well, Adnan Armish has had some really nice moments in this game. 4 points, 5 rebounds, and plenty of good defense, as you pointed out. Alston driving, rising, and missing. Miller has the rebound. Final 2.5 minutes, first half. Armish picks up the loose ball. Keita's back in.
Yeah, those are plays that hurt you when you're up by 3 points and you turn the ball over. You don't get a shot off, and then you turn the ball over in the very next possession. Those hurt.
Alston rolling hook, tipped away. A 2.5 minute drought by Boise State, and that's a wedgie. And the possession arrow goes the other way.
So that's, you're up 3 points against a very good team on their home court, and you have 3 wasted possessions.
Saw Leon Rice. Now he's only down 3, but Boise State has hit just 1 of their last 11 shots. This is Acott. It's 1 of 12.
Right here, Derek Alston doing what he does, hot from 3, continuing what he did on first night on Wednesday when he had 26 points.
Alston got him started certainly in that first half, and the guards hit big shots late to secure that win for Boise State. Miller, somebody ran through Keita, and Armish is going to get the foul. Here's another look.
Keita did a really good job of selling that. I don't think Armish hit him that hard to make him fall to the ground like that. He did a really good job of selling it.
You know, that's one thing that Craig Smith told us today about Keita that not a lot of people realize, is that high basketball IQ. He has an incredible feel for the game. Smith told us he only has to tell Keita once when it comes to X's and O's. Miller short on that one-hander. Got the rebound, though. And he hits that one. And a big bucket for Utah State stretches the lead to 5.
And to your point, Rich, and that's why he's so efficient out there on both ends.
There's that drought we talked about. Acott in the lane. Shaver, who is a scorer, gets to the rim and scores.
Saw an opportunity, and you could see right there, Keita was smart. He didn't even try to block the shot because he knows that they need him out there. He cannot afford to pick up another foul.
Mike Hill and Steve Lavin coming up at halftime. Keita with the catch, gets inside, gets up and in. And Amish Keita with 12 points to go with 6 rebounds and a couple of blocks. Lead back to 5. Alston off a screen. He has not been sharp with the shooting tonight. He's just 3 of 11 from the field.
Yeah, but he can score in bunches, and so 3 for 11, but he can erupt for another 20 points at half, and so.
Final seconds, first half. Shot clock is off. Ashworth against Shaver, finds Keita. 4 seconds left. Keita backing in, falling away. Got it! Amish Keita and Utah State with a flourish. Keita 14 in the first half to go with 6 rebounds and a sweet fall away to beat the clock. And Utah State looking for revenge, looking for a bounce back win. We bid adieu to FS2. On to halftime. Mike Hill and Steve Lavin will get it soon. Right now, 37-30 in the Mountain West. Utah State on top.